say hello, Miss Babbs.
Hello, Miss Babbs.
So I'm going to be teaching your math lesson today. I'm excited. Before we get started, we're going to do two things to get ready. First, I'm going to pass out your notes. Second, your notes are the only thing that you need. Your notes and a pencil. You will not need anything else. So everything else should be off your desk. Ask for some favors. Make sure everyone at your table. I should see one piece of paper and one pencil on everybody's desk. Okay? When you have one piece of paper and one pencil on your desk, you can look up at me and I'm going to know you're ready.
Oh.
Thank you, and I apologize that I don't know everybody's name. So sometimes I may just point at you, and I apologize for that. I'm going to do my best to use the names that I know. I really appreciate this gentleman. He has his paper ready. How about our friends here? Does anybody have an extra paper? Is that extra? Thank you very much. So I should see papers and pencils. I should see papers and pencils. That's all I should see. Papers and pencils. Nice job, Miss Table. We have 2 points. Okay. It appears like Harvard has papers and pencils. I'm looking for papers and pencils only. What's it say? What? Yeah. I see papers and pencils only. Thank you. I see papers and pencils only. Thank you, Dana. And I'm going to say one more thing. Something else that I expect is when I'm talking, I need you to face me. If I'm listening to someone speak and I have my back turned to them, it's really hard for me to understand them. So if you're currently sitting like this, I want you to turn your chair so you're facing me. Turn your chair kind of like you're in a movie theater. When you're in a movie theater, all the chairs face forward so it's easy to see. That's what I want. Thank you very much. Turn your chair so it is easy for you to see. Thank you very much. Thank you. And one more thing is that most of the time when I'm talking, I am not going to ask for you to write. So that means you don't need to worry about holding your pencil. When I am talking, you can keep your pencil right on your table, and I will let you know when you need to write something. I'm going to make it as easy as possible for you to listen to me and to understand. So you face me, you keep your pencils down, and then I'll let you know. I'm going to give this table another point because they were listening really well when I was talking, and I really appreciate that. Don't worry. I'll give you one. Thank you. So at the top of your paper, you don't need to write this yet. I'm just going to tell you about it. Your goal today is I can decompose fractions. I can decompose fractions. And before we get started, I want to make sure you know why knowing how to decompose fractions is actually really important. How many of you care about getting good grades in your math tests? I bet a lot of you do. You guys seem smart. I bet you really care. Thank you. Put your hands down. I'll tell you right now, this is going to be a math test. So being able to decompose fractions is going to be really important if you want to do well your math test, if you want to do on TCAP. Do any of you have any older brothers or sisters? Anybody in middle school or high school? That's good. Cool. I have an older brother too. You can put your hands down. When you go to middle school and high school, you're going to do something called factoring in math. I see a couple people with their pencils. You don't need your pencil. Thank you. Middle school and high school, you're going to have to do something called factoring. You take a number and you break it apart into all the numbers that make it up. you're going to do that in middle school and in high school and probably in college if you take that in college. And so if we know how to decompose numbers right now, we'll get to middle school, we'll get to high school, and you'll already know how to factor numbers, and you will be set to do good. That's why this is actually really important. Got it?
Yep.
Got it?
Yes.
So before we get started, we probably need to figure out what this word decompose means. Decompose means you have something and you break it apart. So something plus something, you put it together. That's called composing. Decomposing is you take it into parts. Let me give you a few examples. Let me make sure everybody's still listening. I'm actually going to give a point because the last 2 minutes that I was talking, Harper did a really good job. So let me give you an example. So this morning, I like to drink tea. Anybody like to drink tea? I love tea. You can put your hands down. So if I'm going to compose tea, I have my hot water, right? And I have my little bag of tea. I compose those, and I get my nice cup of tea that I like to drink. My husband, he's a coffee guy, so he has his hot water. And he has the ground coffee that he puts in. Together, they form his coffee. So if we were to decompose that, if I was going to decompose his coffee, I would have hot water plus the coffee grounds equals coffee. If I were to think about this building right here, we got some brick, we've got some wood. If I were to decompose this building, break it up into its parts, we'd have brick, we'd have wood. Do you guys think of anything else that we can decompose? What are things in the real world that we can break up into their parts? Yeah, do you have an idea?
Leaves.
Leaves. Okay, so what are the different parts of leaves?
Cells.
Okay, so you've got the different cells. So you have like the cells from the leaves and maybe some of the cells from the stems, and you put them together. Cool. What else is an example of how we decompose for some of the parts? What? Syrup. You know what's in syrup? What is it?
Sap.
So, sap plus heat. You put it together and make syrup. Great example. Okay, yeah. A motorcycle. Okay, so how can we decompose a motorcycle? What are some of those parts? Yeah, metal, rubber, wheels. So if we have metal plus rubber, that equals a motorcycle. So we could decompose a motorcycle and see all its different parts. I really appreciate everybody has some hands with their communication. Yeah.
Cars.
Cars, yeah, like a motorcycle. What are some parts in the car?
The engine and tires.
Yeah, so tires plus engine plus some other things equals a car. We can decompose a car, we can take it apart. That's what decomposing means. You take something and you break it apart. Everyone else has great ideas. I'm going to ask you later. You can put your hands down now. I'm sorry if I didn't come. Now let's talk about how we decompose numbers, because that's actually what we're going to be talking about today. So if I have the number 8, I'm thinking, what are the different parts of the number 8? So I can decompose 8 into 4 plus 4, right? What's another way I could decompose the number 8? Yeah, you in red.
6.
Exactly. 6 plus 2. We decomposed it, we broke it apart. Great. What's another one?
2 plus 2 plus 2.
2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So we took our number 8, we decomposed it, we broke it into its parts. Let's practice. We're going to do one more together, and then I'm going to give you a chance to practice decomposing some numbers really quickly so we get this down. How about the number, harder one. How about number 18? How can I decompose the number 18? You and the white, yeah.
1 plus 17.
Yeah, you're right. 1 plus 17, we decomposed it, we broke it into its parts. Yeah, here we go. 9 times 2. So if I wanted to put that in a says examples. I give you 3 examples. 4 equals 1 plus 3. You decompose the number 4. 6 equals 3 plus 3. You decompose the number 6. And I showed you another way to decompose the number 6. 1 plus 5. I'm going to give you 20 seconds. And I want you to write as many examples, just like we did. You can choose the numbers and decompose them. So let's get some quick practice. Now you can get your pencils. This part right here, examples, you just write it on the line. Just on that extra space. Ready, set, go. Yeah. You can do it either way. Whichever way works best to you. We'll see who can have the most decomposed numbers while we're practicing here. I'm going to give every table a table point because I see every single person writing and doing the work they're supposed to do. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Pencils down. Pencils down, pencils down, pencils down. Thank you for putting your pencils down and having more eyes here. Raise your hands. Who can show us? What are some of the numbers? So I want you to tell me like this. I want you to tell me the number 10 equals, and then decompose it. 2 plus 8. That's how I want you to tell me your examples. Yes, go.
3 plus 1 plus
What is that?
I mean 3 equals
There.
1 plus
Nice job. You decompose the number 3 into its parts 1 and 2. Yes, you know what? What's the example?
7 equals 4 plus 8.
Excellent job. 7 equals 4 plus 3. Give me the
8 equals 4 plus 40.
Ooh, big one. Nice job. 80 equals 40 plus 40. We decompose that. Nice job, everyone, because you did a good job. I want you to put a little smiley right by that section. Because we did that part and you did a good job. So we already know how to decompose numbers. Once you put your little smile, you can put your pencil down. You can turn your eyes back here. Once you've written your smiley face, you put your pencil down, you turn your eyes back here. Thank you, these two. Thank you, that whole table. And your eyes back here. So we started by decomposing numbers. Now we're going to decompose fractions, because that's our job. So once again, I need you to make sure that your bodies are facing me, that you're not like turned all backwards and can't see me very well. So I want to make sure you can listen to everything I'm saying. So just like we decompose numbers, we can decompose fractions. So let's start with this one. 2/3. First thing I need to think about is which number am I decomposing, the numerator or the denominator? And I know that when I add and subtract fractions, I keep my denominator the same. When I'm adding or subtracting fractions, I need like denominators. So that means I am not going to decompose my denominator. I am just going to decompose my numerator. So that means I'm just decomposing the number 2. Because this is my numerator. And I can put an N there if I need to remind myself of something. Okay, I'm going to stop because I see 2 students who don't have their eyes up here. And I'm concerned about that because it makes me think you're not listening. Thank you. So I can decompose 2/3, 1/3 plus 1/3. Notice I didn't change my denominator because when we're adding, we need to keep the denominators the same. I just decomposed my numerator. I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to ask you to help. So next one is 4/5. I'm only going to decompose my numerator. That's my top number, right? Put a little in there. I need to remind myself that's my numerator. I'm not going to decompose my denominator. So I'm going gonna think about how can I decompose the number 4. Who can help me? How can I decompose the number 4? Yeah. Yep. So I could do 2 fifths plus 2 fifths. 4 fifths equals 2 fifths plus 2 fifths. We just decompose that fraction. Great job. One good strategy that I can use to check myself is I can draw a picture. So I'm going to draw some fifths because I have 5. Because 5 is my denominator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so first I'm going to color in 2 fifths. I'm going to color in some lines like this. And then I have my other 2 fifths. I'm going to do some polka dots like that. So my fraction is 4 fifths. But I can see that I can decompose it into 2 fifths and 2 fifths. One more, you're going to help me, and then you're going to do it all on your own. Let's do 5 eighths equals. Which number am I going to decompose? Point up if it's my numerator, point down if it's my denominator. I see everybody's hands. Up, down, which one? Which one am I decomposing? Yeah, which one? Numerator or denominator? Which one? Because you're pointing up. So which is this one on top? Numerator. You're close. But you knew that I do the top one. Good job. So I know that I'm decomposing my numerator. Do I do anything to my denominator?
No.
No. I'm not going to touch it. So how can I decompose that? How can I decompose that?
2 eighths plus 3.
Nice job. And I'm glad that you gave me that whole fraction. You said 2 eighths plus 3 eighths. Did you change the denominator?
No.
Nice job. We just changed the numerator. So now I want to draw my picture because it's a good strategy that I can check myself with. How many blocks am I going to draw? 8. 8. Why?
Because the numerator doesn't change. It's all the number and it doesn't change.
That's the denominator. I'm drawing 8 boxes because it is the denominator. The denominator is on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now I'm going to color in my different fractions. What's my first fraction? You just tell me. What is it?
2 eighths.
2 eighths. So how many am I going to color in?
2.
2. I'm going to do these little stripes. What's my second fraction?
3 eighths.
3 eighths. How many am I going to color in?
3.
Nice job. I'm going to do little polka dots. 3. So now I can see my fraction is 5 eighths, right? And I decompose that into 2 eighths plus 3. Now I want you to try some on your own. On your paper, this first one says 3/4. So in this box here, you're going to decompose it. You're going to do what we did. You're going to write 3/4 equals and then decompose it. And then in this box where it says let's try drawing it out, I want you to draw the pictures just like I did. So you're going to do just this first one right here. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do that. Pick up your pencils. Start. Let's decompose 3/4 and then draw a picture to show how you decomposed it. Start with just the 2, but then there's some on the back and on the back. That was a good question. I'm looking for students who are decomposing 3/4 and then drawing a picture. Nice job. I see Francisco goes decompose 3/4 into 1/4 plus 2/4. Nice job. Haley is drawing her picture of her fraction. Ryan is also drawing the picture of his decomposed fraction. When you're done, you can go back and check your work. Nice job, Devin. Nice job. Aaron. You are Devin. You are Aaron. Nice job, Devin. Nice job, Aaron. You're not Devin. Willie. I'm sorry. Nice job, Willie. Nice job, Aaron. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 more seconds to finish decomposing 3/4. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Please put your eyes down. Please put your eyes up here. You'll get the point because they were the first table with their pencils down and all their eyes up here. Awesome. Who can tell me what you did? Tell me how you decomposed this fraction. And I'm probably going to call on a couple people because there's different ways you could have decomposed it. Yes, green shirt.
3/4 plus 1/4 equals 2/4.
3/4 equals, sorry, tell me again. 1/4.
2/4.
1/4 plus 2/4. 3/4 equals 1/4 plus 2/4. Nice job. You decomposed that correctly. If somebody had this, you decompose it the same way. Tell me how you do the picture. Willie, how did I know your name?
You draw 4 rectangles.
Good. Why 4? How do you know you should draw 4? Yep, denominator square. Great. Then what did you do? Then what? Willie did this correctly. Can someone tell me why Willie was correct? Why does this picture show me 3/4? Yes, you with your hand raised.
Because 4 is the denominator.
And why did we color in this and compose it outside?
Because that was how we decomposed.
Great. That's how we decomposed it. We have 1/4 plus 2/4. There are, actually first, give yourself another little smiley face. Because you did a good job on that problem. I walked around and everybody I saw had that correct. Excellent work. And now, as you can see, there are 2 more. 5/6 and then 6/7. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and I want you to go on and solve both of those. If you could finish early, talk with the person next to you about how you solved. So you're going to do the next 2, 5/6 and 6/7. Nice job. I see Charmaine is working on one. Eric's got it. Nice job, Ryan. Good job, Kennedy. Nice job. You're working. And if you get finished with 5/6, go on to the next one. Go on to 6/7. want us to quickly talk about these so you can check your work. So can someone tell us, how did you decompose 5, 6? Yes. Did that right? I had to do that upside down. Yes, tell us, how did you decompose 5, 6?
I put 5, 6 equals 2 over 6 plus 3 over 6.
Okay, so then how many boxes did you draw?
I draw 6 boxes.
Great, why?
Because it says because all on the bottom of all the denominator says 6.
Yeah, there. The 6 is in the denominator. And so, can someone else tell me how should I color this in? Can we take over for how do we color this in? Really quick. Great. Color in 2 because I have 2, 6 plus what? 3. So I'll draw some little polka dots. So I have 5, 6 equals 2, 6 plus 3, 6. If you got that right, pick up your pencil, give yourself another smiley face. And last one I want us to quickly go over so that you can check yourself and so you can make sure that your work was correct. That one was 6 sevenths. Can somebody explain to me how you decomposed 6 sevenths? And let's remember that if someone is speaking, we need to be listening to them. Just the way you listen to me, we need to listen to them. Yes? Nice job. So what does my picture look like? Good, why? Good, the denominator 7. How did you color it in? Good. Colored in 3 and then 3 because here is my 6 sevenths. I colored in 3 sevenths plus 3 sevenths. If that is like what you got, post up another smiling thing. Say good job, me. Good job. Good job. If you did it another way, that is just fine. So maybe you did it 1 seventh plus 5 sevenths, or 4 sevenths plus 2 sevenths. You did 4 sevenths plus 2 sevenths. Got it. Next, once you've given yourself your smiley face, I want you to put your pencils down and I want you to turn back up here. Given your smiley face, put your pencils down and try it here. Sorry, was the parts of the point. So next what we're going to do, I need 2 students to have their eyes open. Because I know you all are respectful and polite people and you want to act in a way that's respectful and polite, and that means when somebody's talking, you look at me. Thank you. So now, I'm going to read these directions. It says, now we'll solve word problems and decompose our sums and differences. I'm going to do this first one. Since I'm going to do it, you don't need to touch your pencils. You don't need to worry about doing this one. Because I'm going to do it and I'm going to show you what it should look like. So then when you work on the back, you'll know what to do. Does someone that want to help me out and read me this problem? Want to read me? It starts with Jackson. Yes. Can you please read me? And everyone else should be listening to the problem.
Jacqueline owns 2 dogs. Each day, one dog eats 1 scoops of 10 dog food, and the other dog eats 4 big scoops together. How much dog food do the 2 dogs eat each day?
Thank you. So, I own some dogs. I want to figure how much dog food they eat each day. So, who can tell me what 2 fractions am I dealing with? Actually, no, first, I want you to tell me, what operation am I using? Am I adding or subtracting? You can raise your hand and tell me in that problem, are we adding or subtracting? Actually, instead of telling me, I want you to turn to somebody next to you and tell them, are we adding or subtracting? Adding or subtracting? Okay, and now someone raise your hand and tell me. Are we adding or subtracting? Yes. You think we're subtracting? I'm going to disagree. I think if you're thinking that the dogs are eating the food, but let's listen. How much dog food together? How much dog food do the two dogs eat? So I have two dogs. I'm trying to figure out how much dog food I need to pour. So what am I doing? I'm adding. So that's the important step first. I've got to think about which operation I'm doing. So I'm going to add. So what fractions am I adding? What are my two fractions? What are my two fractions? Look at the story problem. What are my two fractions? Yeah, can you tell me? Thank you. 1/10 and 4/5. So first I figured out, am I adding or subtracting? Second, I'm looking at my fractions. Who can read? What's step number 1? It says right here on your sheet, what's step number 1 that I need to do? Tell me what probably. Yes.
Multiply the denominators.
Thank you. Multiply the denominators. Who's good with their facts and can tell me? What is 10 times 5? Nice job. So, 50 is my new denominator. So I'm going to write 50. I'm just going to put the letter N for numerator, just to remind me. I don't know my numerators yet because I haven't cross-multiplied, but I want to make sure I remember that my denominators. So that's step 1. Who can read me step 2? Read me step 2. Step 2. Cross-multiply. So cross-multiply means, this is how I get my numerator. I'm going to stop because there's 2 students who are looking at their paper and not at me. I just want to make sure that you can listen to me so you know what to do. Fix that in a second. Nice. Alright, waiting on one more person. Thank you very much. Cross multiply. This is how I get my numerators. So I'm going to cross multiply. So what is my first numerator? What is 1 times 5? 5. So 5 is my first numerator. And what did we say my denominator was? 50. So a 5 over 50 plus, here's my other numerator. That's how I get my other numerator. What's 4 times 10? What's 4 times 10? Good. Thank you. So that's how I get my other numerator. So I cross multiplied. So now I have 5 50ths plus 40 50ths. Who can tell me what's step 3? You can read me step 3. Can you read me step 3? Yes, please.
Add and subtract the numerators.
So we need to add or subtract the numerators. What am I doing? Am I adding or subtracting? Just tell me. Adding. So let's add my numerators. Who can add this for me? Who can tell me? Who can tell me? Yes, Eric.
40 plus 5 is 45.
45 50ths. That's tricky to say, isn't it? 5 50ths plus 40 50ths equals 45 50ths. And so what is step 4? Who can read me step 4? Okay, read me step 4. Greg, can you read me step 4? Great. So I want to see if I can simplify this. Is there any number that goes into 45? Tell me. Got an idea? It's 5. Nice job. 1/10 cups of dog food and one dog that ate 4/5 cups of dog food. I wanted to see how much dog food they ate altogether. They ate 9/10 of dog food altogether. There is a new step. Who can read step 5? That is a step that we just added today. Yes, in the book.
Decompose.
Yep, decompose. That's what we were just practicing. What's one way we can decompose 9/10? There's a lot of ways. Tell me one. Yes.
Put it together.
Decomposing, we're taking apart. So what's an example? How can we take apart and decompose 9/10? One over, remember, when we decompose, our denominator stays the same. So 1/10 plus what would give you 9/10? I want to get 9/10. I have 1/10 plus what? You can do it. I have 9/10. So I'm going to draw 10 squares. 10 squares. I need 9 of them. I have 1/10. So how many else do I need? 7? Oh, 2 more. I didn't color that well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1/10 plus 8/10 equals 9/10. What's another way I can decompose 9/10? Someone else, tell me quick. What's another way I could decompose 9/10? Okay, I want to see more hands. So instead, I'm going to ask. I want you to tell the person sitting next to you. What is another way you could decompose 9/10? Tell us. Go. Now raise your hand and tell me what's another way I can decompose 9/10. I have 9/10 cups of dog food. How can I decompose that? Yes. Nice job. Did somebody else decompose it differently? You decomposed it 5/10 plus 4/10. What's another way we could decompose 9/10? Yes, in red. Nice job. We did that one together. If you turn it over. There are 4. I hear some students talking. I am still talking, which means I need you to still be listening. I want you to work on these 4. Do it just like we did up here. Remember at the end we added that step to decompose. I'm going to give you 8 minutes to do these 4 problems. Ready, set, go. I'm looking for students who are starting their own problems.